Hey everybody, welcome back to the Magic Channel Card Tricks. My name's David, and today we're gonna look at another magic kit. I think everything just fell. All right, welcome back to the channel. We are gonna review this magic kit. This is from Royal Magic. If you watch my channel, you know that I buy Royal Magic tricks. They're really inexpensive. They're great beginning level tricks. You can usually pick them up for a couple of bucks at penguinmagic.com. This is the Royal Magic kit. So perhaps several of the tricks that I've already taught you are inside this. So maybe if you don't want to make tiny little purchases here and there, you can make one purchase and pick this up. This is the classic mysteries of the Masters Magicians kit from Royal Magic. Of course, on front it has the Royal Magic logo, and it shows a bunch of different poster art from magicians of long time past around the edges. It just tells you that this is the classic mysteries box, and it shows you a little bit of the graphics of the tricks that are inside. If you look at the back, there's actually a picture of an older version of this magic kit. This isn't actually the props you get inside, or at least these are older versions of the props. And then at the bottom there's some pictures of some famous magicians of long time ago. So it's just a standard cardboard box, you know, much like a game box that you would get maybe a board game in. All right, so we got the box open. We're gonna look inside. I'm gonna show you exactly what your $15 gets you. But before we start, I've said this before when we reviewed other magic kits, and I'm gonna repeat it again because it needs to be said every single time. When you are shopping for a magic kit, don't be fooled by the number that's on the box. The number on this box says 75 tricks. Actually, it says learn over 75 tricks, okay? And you're thinking, wow, $15 for 75 tricks, that's a really good value. Don't be fooled by the number, because when they say 75 tricks, what they mean is they're gonna teach you 75 tricks in these little books, okay? In these books, there are 75 tricks. But that's how big they are, right? They're just little booklets that are really just photocopied books with really small print and very small graphics. So even though a kit like this says it's appropriate for all ages, or maybe it might say 8 years old and up, in truth, an 8-year-old can't read these books. An 8-year-old would not be able to understand this. You would have to go through with your child and teach them these tricks. You couldn't hand them this box and they would figure it out, especially when there's no video instruction or teaching. So yes, you get a lot of tricks, but the $15 is really paying for these plastic parts. So let's look at some of the tricks you're gonna get right now. The first thing you're gonna get is a little plastic transparent disc that's going to allow you to do a water suspension trick where you keep water inside of a glass. You're going to have to use one of the cups from Cups and Balls because of how small this is. And the bad part about this type of a trick is because the cups are not transparent, you can't show the water inside. So you could turn it upside down, but you know, they can't see the water inside, and the water suspension trick looks better if the cups are transparent. Of course, that leads to you get a full Cups and Balls set. So you get a red, blue, and yellow cups, and then you get the little yellow spongy balls to go with it. And just the same way the transparent disc and the cups doubled together for a second trick, a lot of these props will get double usage out of in other effects. And so when you go through the book, they might say, oh, use the yellow balls from the Cups and Balls trick. They're gonna recycle props. Next up, you'll get a 2-card Monty trick that allows you to show the King of Spades and the 8 of Hearts. And then you just, you know, put one card behind your back and you say, what card did I put behind my back? And they say the 8 of Hearts. And you say, nope, it was the King of Spades. Next thing you get is this little blue plate that you use for a trick with some change, some pocket change. You can lay some change there, or it could even be changed from the spectator's own pocket. They could count how many coins they see. Let's say they see 5, Or they could just add up the value of all the coins. You dump the coins into your hand, and magically now there's more money. Also in this box is going to be the Zigzag Illusion that from Royal Magic. We've reviewed this and taught this trick already. You'll also get a few little ropes, some strings, and these are for some of the cardboard tricks that are included, and we'll show the cardboard tricks a little later. You're also going to get all the pieces you need for the nail spike nail box illusion. So there's a little red coin in here, and you have this little blue box, and even though the coin covers all the holes, you're able to drive the nails through the coin right in front of the spectator. And so this is actually a really good trick. It's one of my son's favorites. Next up, you'll get the ball and vase effect. Again, we've reviewed this trick on the channel, showed you how to do it. You'll get the nice version of that inside. Right here is the Devil's Coin Bank, and it's a trick where you drop a coin in, and even though they can hear the coin inside, when you hand the coin bank to the spectator, the coin is back in your hand. And this is another trick that I had already and I've taught on this channel. Next is a little bunny paddle. Okay, it's got a bunny, and then when you give the paddle a shake, the bunny vanishes, and so you're able to just bring it back just like that, make it vanish and disappear. Next up is a little puzzle. It's a coil, a metal coil with a ring hanging on it, and it's really more of a puzzle. You hand this to the spectator, and the spectator tries to take this ring off, and they can't figure out how to do it. And then they hand it back to you, and then just by magic, you're able to lift it and take it right off. And then the last trick in here is, of course, the vase and rope trick. So this is a trick where you're able to hand the parts out. The spectator can look at it, but then you take it and put the rope inside the vase like that. You kind of give it a little shake, and then the rope doesn't fall out. In fact, it'll actually suspend itself. You can hold the rope like that, and the vase swings freely. And of course, you're able to then hand this out for examination. They can inspect it all they want. Now, the next thing that this comes with is a bunch of cardboard. So sitting on top of this was a bunch of punch-out cardboard flat tricks, and I'll show you those right now. The first one is a bunch of cards that have numbers on them, and the way this trick goes is the spectator thinks of a number between 1 and 100, and then they show you different cards where their number is listed. And then you, as the magician, are able to tell them what their number is. In order for your child to be able to do this, they need to be able to add 2-digit numbers in their head. The next trick is a little horse and rider effect using these 3 pieces, and it's really a puzzle. You hand all these to the spectator, and you instruct them to place the riders on the horses, and they're not able to, but you are. The next trick is a balancing trick. You have this woman, and she's holding these 2 red balls. You're able to take this and balance it on your finger. Now, of course, it looks cool, but really anybody could do it. Next up is a card with a monkey on it, and it's a flat piece of cardboard. The instructions want you to take this and roll it into a tube. So it's pretty stiff paper. It's not gonna roll very easily. And so I'm kind of waiting until I get a dowel. I want a wooden dowel that I can wrap this around because I don't want to hurt this. You'll then glue this edge and make it into a cylinder, and you'll use the 2 white ropes from earlier with this. Then you got a puzzle, a bunch of different magicians wearing top hats. You're gonna cut this here and here, and you'll hand this as a puzzle to the spectator and show them how many magicians, and they'll count all the magicians. You'll then take the pieces and rearrange the puzzle in a new way, and there will actually be more magicians than they counted the first time. There's 2 tricks that involve this little paper lock. The little paper lock will go through here, and again, it's a puzzle. The spectator is handed this. They're going to try to remove the lock from this without tearing it, and of course they won't be able to, but you will. Then there's another trick that involves the lock and these little links and the included white ropes, and then again, it's a way for you to get the lock and the chains off the rope that you'll know the secret. Next, there's a little card like this. It just has a picture of Thurston, the magician. And with this card, you'll be able to put it on the ground and balance a glass of water on top of it. Two more. There's a card here with a bunch of numbers, and you're going to cut all these numbers out and lay them face down. The spectator is able to turn over 4 of these cards, and it'll match your written prediction when added together. Lastly, you'll get a bunch of these little cards that have different magicians' faces on them. Your spectator will be instructed to lay them end to end in any random order, and once they're done, you will have predicted which color is on the far left side and which color is on the far right side. So again, when they advertise more than 75 tricks, you're really getting 20 or so in the box, plus the additional tricks that are in the instruction books, which your kids will either have to build from stuff around the house or just find things around the house and put them together. All right, so once again, that was the Royal Magic Classic Mysteries of the Master Magicians Magic Kit. Like I said, $15 and probably geared at a child that can read those books, or you don't mind reading it to them and helping them with the book. But hopefully that gave you kind of just an idea of what was inside. And like I said, I purchased this from penguinmagic.com, $15, and thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.